today we are at MNZ JAC Motors. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, we are going to show you the JAC T8. No. The passenger princess, which is I, Diana Master, have something a little special for you in store today. So do keep in mind that this car actually hasn't been released to the public, but guess what? I get to give you an exclusive. Yes, that's right, we are talking the all-new JAC T9. How does that look? Don't tell me it doesn't look amazing, because I will fight you on that one. I love how tough, how rugged it looks, but we still have so much luxury on the inside. Now, on today's episode, we give you the full breakdown of the all-new JAC T9. Stick around, and we'll be back with more my.na cars. But first, let's take a look at what's making headlines in the motoring world. Let's get into our motoring news. Starting us off, an affordable electric car comes from Spain and it is coming to South Africa soon. The Silence SO4 quadricycle promises to be one of the most affordable road-legal battery electric vehicles in South Africa, but it is smaller than a Smart for 2, so is it even a car? The SO4 is an efficient and technologically high-quality three-wheel electric scooter for heavy-duty delivery and courier services. The scooter is a product of a Spanish company that is dedicated to ecological mobility. The company even has their own factory and can produce large quantities. The scooter car is available as a moped and as a light motorcycle, and it's hitting South African shores sooner than we can expect. We'll be keeping an eye out to give you the latest update. That is it for our motoring news, and now let's take a test drive at the new JAC. Stick around. All right, now we are talking about the all-new JAC T9, and who better to tell me than Carl. Now, Carl, how are you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
It's good to have you back on the show.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Yes, all right. So, of course, let's start off with the massive big changes from the T8 to the T9.
Well, the T9 is an entirely new car. So our customers have been longing for automatic gearboxes. Well, we listened and we've got that for you. You guys wanted a bigger car, we've got that for you. You wanted more luxury, it's got it. This is a true zero compromise pickup coming from a sedan car.
I love the fact that outside we have that tough, rugged exterior,
yes,
but we also get that luxury interior.
Correct. It's type of the best of both worlds. I mean, people like aggressive styling.
Yes.
That's proven over the years. More aggressive cars tend to sell better. And luscious, posh, and minimalist interiors tend to be very popular with customers. And that is exactly what the T9 offers.
Awesome. I'm excited to be taking this out for a test drive a little later on in the show. But of course, we do have to talk. When was this car released?
Not yet.
Not yet? So
Not
we're
yet.
Getting the full exclusive.
Correct. You are, besides for our own Facebook, the first.
Oh, love it. Again, because I am the people's passenger princess, so I get to take you on rides like this with unreleased versions. So stick around, because we are going to give you a full walk around of the car. We're going to talk about the exterior, we're going to talk about the interior, and we're also going to talk about the power and the engine and everything that this beast right here, I want to call it a beautiful beast.
It's the beauty and the beast.
It's the beauty. No, this is the beast, I'm the beauty.
Well, you have both in one package.
Exactly. All right, so stick around. We will be right back with more my.na cars right after this.
The roads may challenge us in many forms, many shapes, but they are truly made for one thing only: going forward. With complete protection from Shell Advance, take on all that lies ahead.
Now, of course, before we get into the test drive, I know everybody's looking forward to that. We do need to talk about the exterior and the interior, but for this portion, we are talking the exterior. Now, of course, the very first thing you notice is the grille. That is a massive change from the T8, and I do have to say, I love how tough and rugged it looks. I mean, a beauty like me still needs to look like a beast on the road, right? So, Carl, of course, let's talk about the massive changes that we see right here.
So the T9, of course, has an entirely new front end. We will have 3 different grille designs available. Currently, we only have the chrome one. We don't have exact dates of when the other ones will be available, or I can't give them to you. But yeah, we've got parking sensors in front. We've got cameras hidden away. You've got all of your safety equipment that you do need, as well as fantastic LED lights, as well as the running lights, which look, I mean, you've seen them.
I've seen them, but I mean, our viewers do need to see it for themselves.
They have a really mean presence on the road, and that is exactly back to aggressive styling that we talked about just now, and that the T9 really nails.
It nails that.
Yeah.
Of course, okay, so let's move right around. All right.
Let me turn on the...
Before we get to anywhere further, we have to talk about the wheels. These
Correct.
are 18-inch,
These are 18-inch. They come with all-terrain tires from the factory. And we've got wheel arches, we've got extended mud flaps. We've listened to the feedback from our customers who complain mud flaps are a bit short. So we've got extended mud flaps, we've got metal running boards, basically protecting the car as well and causing convenience.
Okay. Now, you did say the car has 360-degree camera view.
That is correct. All from the center display.
Nice.
With high-definition cameras. It's actually surprising how good they are. Nobody expected them to be that good.
I can't wait to see them.
And it's comparable to cars that cost 3 times as much.
And we will get into the price later on. This car actually is a steal. Now, the reason I mentioned the cameras is because we can actually see one right here.
Yeah. So this is for your entire side view. When you switch on the indicator, it will actually show you the front wheel. So in shopping malls, when you're parking, that will, of course, eliminate the need to crack or to scratch your rims. We all know that tends to happen, and rims tend to be expensive.
Yes.
So it protects you in that regard. And also for off-roading, that is a great feature because you can see exactly how much space you have. On the 360-degree camera, you can also see both front wheels at the same time for if you are going through a narrow track and you don't necessarily want to scratch your pride and joy.
I mean, who wants to scratch their pride and joy?
You'll be surprised.
I do like the sleek design that we have right here. Now, moving over, I assume this is this works with the proximity key?
Yes, correct. So within 1 meter, we've got keyless entry, as well as push-button start. You also have different functions on the key itself where you can open and close the windows from the key up to 50 meters away.
Love it.
So if you really want to troll with a family member, you can definitely do that. And that it'll even close the sunroof for you from the key. If you've also lost the car, there's a button on the key you can push and it'll honk the horn and flash the hazards so that you can find your car.
That is amazing.
Although it's difficult to lose such a beautiful car between all of the others.
How do you lose it?
No, you can't.
You cannot.
You can't.
Okay, of course, let's move around before we get a little carried away.
So the diameters of the loading bin are 158 centimeters wide, 151 centimeters long. That is from the inside lip till the inside lips. Outside, of course, it all depends on how wide the area is where you're measuring. So that's why I like to use the inside for reference. And 158 is actually so wide that we are having to custom make canopies for ours at the moment. However, canopies will be available once the production units are here.
I see.
Yes.
All
so
right.
these are the types of cars that manufacturers usually send to canopy suppliers and aftermarket accessory suppliers so that they can make accessories. So when the product launches, it's available. Yes, so we've had our T8s, the 4x4s, they come with metal bumpers.
Yes.
And you've got 2 types of people, those who love it and those who hate it. And it's a 50-50 ratio.
Yes.
So
definitely.
No matter what you do, not everybody can be happy with what you do.
You can't make everybody
Exactly.
happy.
Humans by nature are never satisfied.
True.
So all that you can do is just try your best and hope somebody likes it.
Yes.
And I think that the way the rear end comes together with the cladding on the side from the wheel arches running into the bumper almost seamlessly really gives the car a very well-rounded appearance, as well as the shape of the tailgate and the way that lines up with the lines of the taillights. It is a very sophisticated yet simple design, which usually on bakkies, design is second
Yes,
place.
yes,
Function is
yes,
first.
yes.
However, I'm glad to say we've lost absolutely no functionality due to good looks. We've actually gained some. So the tailgate now locks together with the central locking.
Oh, okay.
So when you lock your car, tailgate is locked. Of course, having a locked tailgate only helps so much because you can just grab stuff out the back. However, with a canopy or with a tonneau cover or security lid, that of course improves security.
The one thing I did notice though about the car is the lighting. We do have great lighting, even inside, and
Yes.
we will talk about inside a little later on. But I like the design that we have right here.
Yes.
It's unique, I would
It
say.
is. So the T9 is in a market or in a segment which is very difficult to be unique and to stand out. Because let's face it, this is a very competitive market and there are some really good looking pickups out there. And we really needed to not only step up, but show the rest how it's done. And I think the T9 really gives
Delivers.
that. Yeah, it delivers.
delivers.
100%. Because no matter where I drive one on the daily basis.
Okay.
And no matter where I drive, everybody looks at it.
I do have to admit though, when it comes to the look, it definitely nails it. Like
Yeah.
I did say, the tough, rugged look is my favorite on a bakkie so far. And this is not just me being biased. So for the exterior, Passenger Princess definitely approves. Now we do have to talk about the interior, so don't go anywhere. So we are in the interior. We're inside the JAC T9.
Yes.
And I don't know if you can tell from my smile, I'm a happy, happy girl.
Well, that's
I'm in
what we
love.
try and do for all of our customers.
I am in love. I do love the graphics that come on the minute I didn't even start the car, but you saw the JAC and it was nice.
Yeah, well, you can have even more graphics playing. So there's a little star button on the steering wheel.
Okay.
If you push that
Yes.
one, yes.
Oh my goodness.
So it changes the theme all the way through from the main display into the gauge cluster.
I love this. Okay, now speaking of the colors, you did mention that we have ambient lighting in the car.
Correct. So it's difficult to see during the day. However, we do have ambient lights, full RGB. So basically any color you can imagine, you can do. You can switch it on and off. You can even have it pulse to the bass of the song you're listening to.
What?
Yes.
That is ridiculous.
Yes. So that is a feature I did not expect a bakkie to have.
Definitely.
Yes.
Another feature we wouldn't expect a bakkie to have is a sunroof.
Yes, so we've got a sunroof. It's tilt and slide open, and it really gives you the feeling that the cab is a lot more spacious than it actually is, because the roofs are usually black or grey and there's not much going on.
One thing I do love is the fact that I basically have a phone right here in the
Yes.
center, because we have quite a huge display and we
Correct.
can control so much.
Correct. So we can control basically the whole car through this infotainment system. You can, of course, your radio, your basic Bluetooth controls, Apple CarPlay. I mean, it's got the full Monty.
And
You
just
can-
to bring it back to how
Yes.
it's like a phone, can you see? We can see all of these, right? We don't have to scroll through many pages just to see what we have.
Correct.
So we have all of our features here: radio, USB, all of those that you can see, and ambient lamp. So we can control literally whichever one we want, and then we set it to that,
Yep.
and then it changes.
Yes, at night, it really creates an atmosphere. I'll send you guys a video of it at night. It really creates an atmosphere inside the car, which you can only compare to a very relaxing, upmarket, luxurious feeling. It almost feels like you're sitting in a mansion. A millionaire's mansion, because of all the quilted leather and the way the dash is constructed. It really gives you that really high-end feeling inside the car.
Yes.
And you're more than welcome to push on anything. There's no rattles, there's no creaks, nothing feels like you're compromising. Everything feels upmarket and like good quality. And that is really the standout point of the T9. It is a zero compromise pickup at one hell of a steal.
It is a steal. So I did change the ambient lighting to pink because Passenger Princess has the car for today, so it has to be pink.
Well, in this case, you're not the passenger.
In this case, I don't know, well, that ruins the whole aesthetic, right? I can't be driver princess, I have to be passenger princess.
Ruining things is a mindset.
Okay, now let's talk about the gauge cluster.
Yes, so the gauge cluster, you've got two main themes, which is blue and yellow.
So right now we have the blue on.
Correct.
And then we can switch it to the yellow.
Correct, and that theme pulls through to the main display. Your features in the gauge cluster are only what you need. So you've got your trip meter, you've got your RPMs, you've got your fuel consumption, and that's about it. The rest of the features are all through the main display.
Okay.
And the reason for that is you do not want to distract the driver with unnecessary information.
I mean, of course, because we already do have such a large display for the infotainment system, so it only makes sense that I would say this is more for the passenger, if anything. I would enjoy it more as a passenger.
Yes, so due to the design of the software that is on here, which is not an Android-based, it is proprietary JAC, it is a very familiar feeling. So if I was to put this on the main screen and leave you here, and you're used to operating a cell phone, you can operate this with your eyes closed.
It is very user-friendly.
It is very user-friendly.
Yes.
And you can also control a lot of the features from the display on the steering wheel. So, for example, your volume buttons are multifunction. So if you hold in volume plus, it'll skip the song or the radio station. If you hold in volume minus, it'll of course go back to the previous song or radio station. But I can't think of another pickup that has heated front seats.
That is amazing.
Not that I can think of this quickly.
That is amazing. Now, of course, we do have our light panel right here.
Correct.
And I do have to sit in the back because Passenger Princess is quite tall, so she needs to know, because my whole thing of being a Passenger Princess is I need to be comfortable, right?
Comfortable and hand out snacks.
Yes.
Which you haven't yet. So we'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk
But before
about
we
that.
go to the back, I'd just like to show one more thing. The interior lights are cut like crystals.
Oh, lovely. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Fit for a princess like me.
Exactly. It's the small
But
details.
it brings us back to what I said earlier, that the lighting on this car, they really paid so much attention and so much detail to it.
It is excellent. And when you open your door at night, it even displays JAC on the floor.
We need to see that. All right, now I have to sit in the back.
Please.
Okay. This doesn't feel like a bakkie.
No,
This
it doesn't.
doesn't feel like
It
a
doesn't.
bakkie. And then right here, of course, because I'm the passenger princess and we're going for a long ride, oh, I'm so tired, I just need to relax. I can just rest my arm right here. We do have 2 cup holders, so Carl and I won't have to fight.
Correct. One or two things I'd like to point out from the back is that many cars have a little space here where you can put a laptop or whatever. So we've actually got 3 little pockets.
Yes, I see that.
So 2 for smaller things, I would say perhaps drinks, and then 1 for laptop or whatever you would like to really
And
put
they
in
are
there.
quite spacious.
They are quite spacious. And you being quite tall, as you said, you sat quite comfortably in front, and you still have knee room.
Yes, I still have
Which I'd like to challenge you to go try any other pickup in the market. I can promise you it's got less legroom than this.
I can fight you.
Okay.
All right, I can fight you
Try
on
me,
that.
bring a measuring tape.
Okay, but we can do that a little later. Now we do have great...
Sorry, I don't have my phone with me. It's laying on the table.
Right now we do have quite a bit of space because, again, just to bring it back to my height, I am quite tall. I am sitting quite comfortably. I do have a lot of headroom right here. Again, the lighting. Even passengers at the back get to enjoy the crystal lighting. That is just beautiful. You don't get this luxury in a bakkie.
No, you don't. And what is something that one tends to forget is that usually in a bakkie, you sit like on a toilet seat.
Yes,
Upright.
you're upright and
Exactly.
you are, yes.
And you're squished together.
And you don't necessarily have a lot of headroom. So
correct.
the minute we start bouncing up and down...
Correct. So here we are actually sitting
Quite comfortably, yes.
And if there was a third person in the middle, yeah, we would be sitting against each other, but not to the point where you are uncomfortable.
Yes.
You still have space to open up your legs a bit and look around the car and not be entirely squished. And what's also nice is some customers prefer the bottom part of the seat to lift up for a little storage with your jack and your tools. Other customers prefer the top to come down.
Yes.
This car does both.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That is awesome. That is amazing.
Yes.
And again, we will get into the price. You can get this car for a steal. I'm telling you, I wouldn't be the people's passenger princess if I don't give the people what they want, right? Now I know what the people want is, of course, to put this car on the road, see how well it performs on the road. So don't go anywhere. More my.na cars coming up right after this. So guess who's driving the all-new JAC T9 as I unlock my car? Do follow me, because passenger princess today is not going to drive. She's still going to be passenger princess. But we are going to go for a test drive now, see how well this car performs on the road, but don't go anywhere. Now, the part that you have all been waiting for, we are taking out the all-new JAC T9 for a spin, seeing how well it performs on the road. Unfortunately, we can't take it on gravel road to test it to its full capacity, but we are going to see how well it drives in town. And like I did mention earlier, I am going to put my phone on the charger, see how much it charges and in how long. So right now my battery percentage is at 57%, so let's see how that goes. All right, Carl,
you can see now your phone is charging.
Nice.
It shows your charge indicator right there.
Nice. All right, so let's go. So there we go. First things first, our cameras.
Exactly, and once you put it into reverse, the handbrake stays on. However, when your seatbelt is plugged in and you touch the accelerator, it will automatically disengage the handbrake.
Love.
Putting the car into park, it will automatically engage the handbrake again.
And also we can see the view changes.
Correct.
On the cameras.
Correct. So it goes to the front as the rear is no longer necessary. And even while doing this, you can also get a good indication of where what is going. But what really gets me is how smooth and how elegant the camera quality is.
It is.
Because it really doesn't.
It's great camera quality.
It doesn't flash, or it doesn't show. It doesn't look like a Nokia 3310. You know? So we don't have that. But what we do have is this great 360 camera. We've got big mirrors. We've got 6 airbags, and of course all of your safety features like ABS, traction control, stability control. All of those modern safety features are in place. However, nothing that interferes actively with the driver.
Okay, awesome. The cameras, just to bring you back, do we know how many megapixels?
No, we don't.
We don't know.
No,
but it is a great quality.
It is great quality. We actually have very little information about this car. Only info we have is really what we can see.
Yes.
And we have some engine information. But I mean, I suspect the panel to be OLED due to the brightness and the clarity of the image it portrays, and also the smoothness of the panel itself.
Yes, yes.
So,
and it is quite fast. It's quite
is.
fast. Like, you don't really get that delay where you have to constantly try. Okay, but just to bring us back to the engine.
Yes.
What do we know?
So this is a 2-liter turbo diesel. It is mated to an 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is a lovely gearbox.
Okay.
We've also got your different drive modes. So currently we're normal, then we've got sport, snow, and eco. Many customers ask, why do you have snow mode? This is Namibia, it's never going to snow. Well, it snowed in Joburg this year, so
you never know. You really never know.
And I mean, it's a 125 kilowatt 2-liter diesel engine with 410 Newton meters of torque. But I believe, as I shall now demonstrate, that it is plenty sufficient.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay. So now, Carl, the moment our viewers have been waiting for. Are we spending $1 million Namibian dollars on this? No, we're not.
No. You're spending,
spending
half
900?
of that.
No.
You're spending half of that.
We are spending only 600.
Yeah, so the T9 range starts at 530,000. So that
What?
would be the 2x4 automatic luxury. This being the 4x4 super luxury auto, let me not make this guy's car wet. It goes for 650.
650,000.
That is the top spec.
Top spec.
Top spec.
Wow. That is quite a steal.
We are looking at
Warranty
petrol
options?
versions. I'll get to that now. We're looking at petrol versions also later in the year, possibly early next year. So we are also very excited for those. I don't have a price point yet. I don't know how quick they'll be.
I mean, like you did say, this car is brand new. Hasn't even
Yes,
been released.
it hasn't
in
even
public
been
yet.
released yet.
Yes.
In terms of warranty, we're looking at 5 years, 100,000 for both warranty and service plan.
Awesome. Any other features? Anything else you would like to add? You'd like our viewers to know?
Well, the T9 really just embodies what a modern person would want from a pickup, and he doesn't want to pay $1.2 million.
All right, but this is a great car. I do have to say, I am enjoying the full luxury. I don't even feel like I'm in a bakkie, in all honesty. This is not me being biased or anything like that. We have the comfort. I have a lot of leg room, by the way, right here in front. So it's basically as though I am not even in a bakkie.
Yeah, it literally is.
It literally just feels like I'm in a sedan.
Yeah.
And I love it.
And it's zero compromise. And this is actually even less expensive than some sedans with less features.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So at 650,000 for all of these features, I would say that is a steal. So you do have to pay Carl a visit, and he can organize you a great plan.
Yeah, I mean, you're more than Chanel and Ashley, our sales team, will be more than happy to assist you. And if all else fails, you're welcome to contact me.
Awesome. Now let's see. All right. How far did we do? Wow. That was less than 6 minutes, I would say, of driving.
Probably, yeah.
Probably. And I'm at 63%.
So it's about 1% a minute.
Yes. That is great. That is great. All right, but don't go anywhere. I will be back to say goodbye. Right. Well, that brings us to the end of yet another exciting episode of my.na Cars with me, your favorite passenger princess, Diana Master. On that note, I do have to say goodbye to this beautiful baby. But that's not all for my.na Cars. You can catch my.na Cars every Thursday, 9 p.m. DStv channel 285, GOtv channel 25, 7 p.m. on all of Namibia Media Holdings Facebook pages. On that note, it's all my love, all my light, and ciao!